want to start off by thanking everybody for coming tonight. We're celebrating a special time in Billy's life tonight. He's retiring from a company that he's been with since he started off out of high school. You know, Billy was always he started off at the bottom of the chain and he worked his way all the way up to the top to the supervision, and he's been there for about 20 years now. I've had the pleasure of working under him for about 3 years. I've been out there working under him and all, and Billy's been a great boss. I always referred to him as a straw boss, you know, just messing with him and everything. And he worked hard. He was always a hard worker, and what I liked about him, he'd level with you. He was always a boss that was never walked in off the street and was going to tell you what to do. He was one that started at the bottom and worked his way up. One thing about Billy, he was always good for jokes. One of his most famous jokes was he was a trapper one time. Well, he's this trapper. He caught a bobcat by mistake. He got it in a tote sack somehow. I don't know how he did it. Anyhow, he got it in this tote sack, and him and his buddy had the bright idea he's going to put it in a suitcase. So they put this bobcat in this suitcase, poked holes all the way around it so it could breathe. Set this suitcase about a quarter mile outside of town, and they went up the road about 100, 200 yards and sat and waited. Well, sure enough, somebody come by and they picked up that suitcase. And I'll tell you what, they didn't get 50 foot up the road, and he said he ain't never seen white boys run so fast when they left that car. They didn't worry about the car. They didn't more put it in park. They got out and ran, and it rolled off in the ditch and hit the telephone pole across the road. Well, another one of the jokes he told, and I'm going to try my best to tell us like he did, but he'd always start off with, you know, I was young, man. I didn't ever have no car or nothing or no bicycle. I'd always pat my feet and bend my knees, and I'd have to walk to town when I wanted to go do something. So one night they had a new movie out, and I was going to go see that movie, and I didn't have no ride or no bike or no horse to ride, so I pat and bend to town. I was patting and getting along, and I got to town and watched the movie, and I had my friends up there watching the movie with me, and I got done with the movie, and one of them, I done talked to this old girl all night, you know, and she got to where she liked me a little bit, so I talked to her and to give me a ride home. Well, I got home. She didn't drop me off no more at the driveway. She said she couldn't drive no farther down there. She didn't have enough gas to get home when she did. So I got out the car, and I was walking down the driveway, and I had my hand out, and I felt something cold touch my hand. Boy, I took off running. He said I ain't never run as fast in my life, and I had that cold feeling was right in my hand the whole time. I slid up on the porch, and that daggum dog come up behind me. Scared the fire out of me. Anyway, Billy was always good for a joke. You know, he'd brighten your day when you was down. He'd always cut up with us workers and everything else. He's going to be really missed out here. We're going to miss the man he was, and I'm filling in his spot as a supervisor, and I'm hoping that I can fulfill this spot like he was. And I want to thank Billy for not only being a boss, but for being a friend for me and all the other people out here. He wasn't just a boss, he was a mentor and other things. Here's to Billy. Thank you.